To get your finance questions answered, we have Jordan Halloran from Max Wealth Management. Give us a call now. That number is 420-9732. Again, that number is 420-WSFA. That story was about holiday shopping for people who are looking to have fun for Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, the holidays. This can be a stressful time when it comes to money.
It can, but you need to have fun with it, right? So Halloween's right around the corner. You know, we have so many community functions and events out there. Take the kids out. It's a great opportunity for them to get involved. Go ahead and get some candy. Be creative with their costumes. I know those costumes get quite astronomical when it comes to the prices, but get creative. Go back to in the old school days where they actually, cut up some fabric and make something yourself. So, it's always best to start early, like she mentioned. Go ahead and start planning ahead of time. I know I'm guilty of that sometimes too. I get outside and I'm start shopping
and I say this would look great on me.
That's right, exactly. So I think we're all guilty of it, and those retailers, they are quite creative, especially with the online shopping. They get you when they say, hey, you can get some free shipping if you add this much more. So just be cautious of that. Stick to your budget, stick to your plan, stick to your list, and at the end of the day, it'll all work out and it'll be a great holiday season.
These seem to be uncertain times. You have the shutdown, tariffs, inflation, interest rates, the list goes on and on and on. From your perspective, do people seem more stressed right now when it comes to finances?
Yeah, I think, everybody is kind of just more uncertain than ever, right? We're watching to see what's going to happen with interest rates. It's great that the Fed cut rates. That's helping everybody when it comes to loans. It looks like they're going to hopefully cut a few more times this year. But if you have money on deposit, that's not so great for CD rates and stuff. So everybody is on their toes when they're trying to figure out what's next. And, the shutdown does not help. Last time, I think we had a shutdown. It lasted almost 30 days. So lots of uncertainty right now as to what is going to happen in the future. For
people who haven't been keeping up, talk about the Fed and interest rates, about where are they now and when do you think another cut could happen?
Yeah, so prime interest rates at about 7.25 today. We do expect probably 1 to 2 more rate cuts by the end of the year. That'll help a lot of people out, especially if they are borrowing money. Unfortunately, that only helps out on those shorter term loans, things of credit cards, auto loans. Unfortunately, it does not really help for your mortgage rates. Those are going to be more dependent on those bond yields for the 10 and 30-year Treasury notes. So be mindful of that, I guess, if you're starting to plan to buy a house, because that might not go down as quickly as the other rates do.
So if people are looking, maybe they already have a home and they've been looking to refinance, is now not the time to do that?
I would say, hold off, maybe kind of start planning for the first of next year. The holiday season always tends to be kind of a slow period in the real estate market. A lot of people are not in the mood to start moving when holidays are going on, and so go ahead and just start planning for that. And usually after the first of the year, spring is always the busy time for the home market, and that's a great time to start planning ahead for that.
Now, you said these interest rates are good for things like credit cards, for people who are looking to pay off some of those credit card debts. Is now the time to really get aggressive with that?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, credit card debt is always probably the worst credit card debt you can think of, so you always want to tackle that as soon as you possibly can. But now that those rates are coming down, sometimes those should help you out a little bit as well. Look at some consolidation loans. We talked about that last month. That a lot of times can make those payments a lot less and make that easier to tackle.
Now, I know you said mortgage is still high, but if they get a consolidation loan, would that rate be similar to the credit card potentially?
Yeah, it very well could be. A lot of times those rates are different for collateralized loans if there's something backing it versus uncollateralized. So, look at all your options, talk with an advisor, talk with the loan officer, and try to come up with a strategy that's best for you.
Now, you are an advisor. You work with a team of advisors. What other questions do people come to you and ask constantly?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the big one we always get is retirement planning, looking for the future down the road. Am I going to have enough saved? And with inflation, that's even more inevitable today because, we don't know what the cost is going to be, 10, 20 years from now. But at the end of the day, if you make a plan and you stick to it, you're going to have hopefully enough saved by the time you get there. But it's important to talk to that advisor now so they can make sure they put you on that plan that's best to your needs.
Stay with us. We're going to chat with Jordan even more after the break. Go ahead and give us a call. The number is 420-9732. We're talking all things finances this morning. We'll get to